And so I guess what I really want to get across in here is that you can talk about something until you're absolutely sick to death of it, but there will still be people out there that don't see what you're doing. And throughout all of this kind of launch period, so this period will happen kind of March to, where were we at? Beginning of September. So March, April, May, June, July, August. So 6 months basically of continuous launching. And people still said to me, oh, I didn't know you were doing that this year. And this is why it's really important to be continuous, consistent, and not be afraid to really go for it. Because honestly, I look back at my feeds and everything I was doing, oh, people must have been absolutely sick of hearing about me doing this thing, this thing, this thing. But honestly, people in my audience were still like, oh, I didn't see that. But I emailed you, but they didn't see it. And so the lesson here is, however hard you think that you are launching, pushing, being consistent, you can still always do more. Always. And it goes back to a theory, actually, that Alex Hormozi has. He's like a big business guru. To do enough volume that it would be absolutely infeasible that you could fail. Do enough volume that there's no way you can possibly fail. And if I look back collectively between March and September in terms of like announcing all the way to ticket sales, and we did sell out the tickets in the end, that is essentially what happened. We just did such a huge volume of posts and awareness and talks and things like that, that it, in hindsight, just about was implausible. We couldn't have failed. But it took a lot of work. It didn't happen overnight. And the reason I wanted to share that with you in this podcast episode was because I think very often when we're launching a franchise, when we're trying to sell out a class, we just get quite disheartened that nobody's responding. Well, I haven't sold anything. I haven't sold out. Sales conversion rates, you're looking at a benchmark, like an industry average of like 1 to 3% conversion rate. So 1% of everyone who sees everything that you do will buy. And if they're not seeing what you're doing, they can't buy from you. So the resilience, the tenacity, the ability to stay with it even when you're bored of it, I think is actually what made, from a sales perspective, what made the Disruptive Franchise Awards so successful for me. But what made them successful as an event was the purpose. I didn't care that I was getting bored and a little bit burned out of the same message, because it was for a greater good. It was for a purpose above and beyond just what I gained. I needed the sponsorship to fund the day that I wanted to put on for everybody. I needed the entries so that we had the people to celebrate in the room. The purpose was far bigger than just a sales target. And I think where we fall short sometimes is that we're just looking at the sales target. We have to look at the impact. It was the impact that drove the commercial success of the Disruptive Franchise Awards this year. Profit-wise, we did make a much bigger profit margin than previous years have happened, which was brilliant, but comparatively, that profit versus like what I would have paid myself per hour, I mean, I don't even want to do that sum, if I'm completely honest with you. It's not about the money that comes in. It's about how we have the impact of the day.